Exterior, stop. Police car, comma. Pre-dawn London streets, stop. Screaming urban urgency. Good morning, Friday. How many more Fridays? Then 40. Slope. And I declare that in this Y mill. Oh, my God.
The bloody phone. Why don't you leave the bloody answer thing bloody switched on?
Ma, language?
What do you think it does to my head, eh? Ring, 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 bloody ring.
All right. I was on a difficult bit of the cross lattice, Ma. Don't you know the tucking fine?
It's me, Daniel.
Daniel, it's practically the dead of night.
Then stop it. It's not nearly the dead of night. I've already switched off my desk lamp. I had this feeling it'd be up and about doing some work.
What do you mean, doing some work?
Well, reading scripts.
Scripts? Yes, true. I do try to catch up in these early hours. Awful lot of words, Daniel, and an awful lot of those not particularly good, I'm afraid.
You have the patience of Job. You work too hard.
Yes, I know. Still, have to earn a crust, dear boy.
Listen, I've found an old clipping with a photograph of the real Pygmalion.
You what?
I must have cut it out, put it aside, and thought no more about it. But yes, mea culpa, no doubt about it. It's in front of me now, the clipping. This real bloke, Malian, meeting the Queen Mum at the Rothman Charity Gala. And yes, even the paper calls him Pygmalion. So, Jesus, I'm, legally speaking, in a bit of a pickle. Yes, as I signed the document, I'm responsible.
Sign the document, yes. So yes, technically you are at fault, dear boy, but... Ma, keep away from it. Do you hear me? Ma!
Oh, cease. Cease.
Sorry about that. Technically, yes, I was saying, but I shouldn't worry about it, Moo Touch. Ma!
Ben?
You'll get your just deserts for this, my lad. Just you see if you don't. Frightening your poor old mother in this barbarous manner.
Mother, I didn't want to, but I thought you might accidentally stumble. I don't often think it of you, Daniel, but you should occasionally bless the last day you had any blood relatives. Now, the important thing is to destroy and totally forget the Pygmalion cutting, or whatever it is. You never saw it. You never heard his name. Never.
But obviously I've caused everyone a lot of trouble. And if it comes to litigation...
Anna's been useful for once. She went through the name mentions. I get that right? Main mentions. Thank goodness for that. And after all those truly amazing scenes yesterday evening, and the rapprochement, the entente cordiale, well, she and I had a chittle-lat, and everything can be sorted out.
I'll get it signed by the two girls in your office before you so kindly drive me to the hospital for my biopsy.
Why then?
Because they're the only two witnesses I can drum up at the moment.
He's pulling in. Go past him a little bit, eh?
Okay, dude.
I'm trying to see what sort of place it is. There's a sort of reception just inside the door with a girl there.
What'd she look like?
Nothing too much. I couldn't see her legs.
That's the first place to look.
Oh, Christ, John, you're always fucking tired. You're yawning your head off.
That's because I do know the first place to look.
I said I wanted to know where Mr. Mick Bamber was. And she said, no, there's no Bamber. She's looking down this list. Balmer, she says. Cutting room 14. Nick Balmer. No. I said, I got this thing to be signed. I can't afford no silly mistakes, can I? Look, she could care. Anyway, that's where he is. Cutting room 14. Whatever that is.
It's where they make the sandwiches, Dean.
What? Oh, shut up, will ya? The point is
The point is, Arthur will fry our balls if we wake him before 8:30. Let's just make sure that that's where the bugger is when we want to find him.
Cutting room 14. I bloody hate this sort of job. Don't you?
Yeah, who is it? How do you know he's here? Oh. All right, then, hang on a minute. It's for you, Arthur.
What's the bloody time? What you want?
Which one of you is it? Oh, Dean, yeah? Fuck me, I wish you two sort your fucking selves out. I mean, you sound like fucking Minnie Mouse and you're as big as the side of bleeding Buckingham Palace. And what's his name, the fucking shrimp, comes across like Paul Robeson with a bad cold.
The point is, Gov, he's just up the road from us, in this building. And he's been here since 10 to 8 this morning. So, it looks like he's going to stay there, don't it? And we got to know what...
Can you get in there? Can you get to him? Well, then that's what you do, right? Only you don't say no names at all, got it? And you don't answer no questions, got it? And I don't want nobody going too far. Hold off on the last bit of booting and don't do it in the throat, right? When you think the coast is clear, when you think it's the right time, dickhead. Just make sure he gets the fucking message. Linda?
Kiss, Angel. I could do with some affection, couldn't I?
Peter, listen, Pete.
Hey, Nick.
He's done a lot.
Early, aren't we? Oh, man, your eye.
Must admit, it's a bit sore. And I couldn't find my damn sunglasses.
I thought all film directors had them round their neck and a silver chain.
At least I can still see out of it. My God, that mad bugger really does pack a punch.
What have we here?
I think I've been barking up the wrong skirt, Ian.
The lassie.
Aye, the lassie.
So, you've been reassembling?
Oh, it's only a rough go. That's for you, Ian, of course. But only to show how it might be if I took the, quote, obsession, unquote, out of the lens, so to speak, and left it in Oliver's head, the old man's head, as Daniel no doubt meant.
Well, let's have a gander, then.
Just take it back a bit.
Stop worrying your sweet little arse about it, will ya? Come on, sit down. Look, I know we've had our differences, but I thought that was all sorted out. Come on, give us a kiss, Angel. I could do with some affection, couldn't I?
Listen, Pete. He's done a lot for me, hasn't he? I mean, I wouldn't be nothing if he hadn't...
It's a load of crap and you know it.
But look what he give me. Look what he already give me, that old bloke.
Number one. That's the first rule of life, Pigeon. Christ!
Yeah? But who is number one, Pete?
Sweetheart, what you trying to say, eh?
I don't know.
What do you mean you don't know?
All I know is... All I know is... People keep trying to put words in my mouth.
Stop it there. Right. Needs more subtlety than I can manage in the cutting room.
Nick, it is a million times better. Letting him so much more into...
Are you lost? Can I help you?
Which one of you's Nick Barmer?
Who are you? What's it to you?
Good. You've got a right shiner there.
We have this thing to talk about with Mr. Barmer.
What thing?
Are you him?
What if I am?
Yeah, it's you. I saw from the car.
Car? What car?
Got a lot of questions, hasn't he? That how you got the black eye? Asking one too many.
God, what's all this about?
Listen, we're very busy, you know.
It's about that unfinished business involving a young lady and her landlord, a Mr. Beasley.
Are you, Is one of you Beasley?
Oh, come on. Do we look like Beasleys?
Well, this is not exactly the place to talk.
Listen, if it's private, I'll...
No. But, there's not very much to talk about anyway, is there?
Mr. Beasley seems to think so.
And we think so, too.
There's, Ian, isn't there? A sort of empty office space or something at the end of the...
Top end of the corridor from the main door, yeah. It's only got a wee table and a couple of chairs in it.
Yes, just the right sort of place and private, too. You're quite right, sir. Being private is better. ain't all that much to say.
Write it on a postcard, you could.
You can deconstruct the brasserie scene as a start, Ian, in the way that you always wanted, okay?
Sure, Nick.
Nick?
I'm just going to the spare office down here. Ian's there. We've made big decisions.
Good. Okay. Thanks.
See you in a minute.
Very blatantly much.
He was early, wasn't he?
I tell you, early and bright. That man has seen the light. An overnight conversion. A revelation, there's no other word for it.
A smack in the eye can work wonders now and again.
Now for the liver.
Old tar.
Take in some breath. Not quite so much. That's it. Hold it. One little.
That was the message, old son. The next one will be a fucking sight worse, if there is a next one. So listen. Listen.
I'm listening.
Call off your dogs. You leave a certain party out of it. Understand? Understand?
Yes.
Miss Solars, is it?
Yeah.
Ah, yes. As lovely as Daniel promised you'd...
Daniel, what's his name? Well, he's a bleeding thief. You tell him from me. He's picked something of mine right from under my bloody nose.
The gun, yes.
What do you know about it? What's going on? Who are you anyway? I'm busy.
I'm Ben Daglin. I'm Daniel's agent.
You what?
Well, I sort of look after his interests and I...
Deliver his messages.
No, it's not quite like... but in this case, yes, a gift for your mere dubber.
Me what?
A gift from Daniel, your mother.
Oh, my mum.
And good news.
Oh, you better come in then.
No one can know what will happen from one moment to the next in a cyberspace, not even the space maker. Every moment gives every participant an opportunity to create the next event. Pooh, do it all the time.
Sorry.
Blood pressure.
But you did it
Every quarter of an hour for the first few hours. Make sure you're not bleeding inside.
Well, I am bleeding inside. Whereas film is used to show a reality to an audience, cyberspace is used to give a virtual... Cyberspace is used to give a virtual body and a role to everyone in the audience. Print and radio tell, stage and film show. Cyberspace embodies.
It's not got a lot of sky in it.
Oh, dear, I'm sorry.
No, that's good.
It's a very nice building, whatever it is.
Yes, isn't it? It's Notre Dame in Paris. I chose it when Daniel asked me to get a gift.
Made of wood. That's not one of your cheap ones, then. What's this Daniel up to, eh?
I'm only here as his representative. I'm not sure myself.
I mean, that thing might be wood and all that, and Mum's pleased, ain't ya?
What?
Pleased, ain't ya?
I don't know yet, do I?
Only it ain't worth what he took. You tell him I want it back or else.
Do you mind if I did something?
If you want. Oh, sit. Yeah. Sorry, sit down.
Yeah, thank you very much. Now, I've been instructed by Daniel to show you this and to read some particular part out loud to you.
Well, what is it?
I, Daniel Walter Field, of Flat 26, Deadwood House, Coaldown Street, London, W1A7DF, hereby revoke all former wills and testamentary instruments made by me and declare this to be my last will.
Yeah, I've got 3 of them joined up already. Oh, this is a good one. It's a real good one.
You're saying...
I'm very glad.
You're saying that what you got there is that bloke's will?
Correct.
Why? What for?
Because you are to be a beneficiary on certain conditions.
What are you talking about?
Look, Sandy, they fit together so nice. Better than that cardboard stuff, innit?
Yes, Mum, of course it is. You mean he's leaving me something? Is that what you're saying?
Yes.
Why?
Look, I have to say, in all honesty, that every single thing about this whole situation troubles me a great deal. In the first place, I find that what Daniel is proposing to do is so odd. It would certainly be challenged in the courts if he had any family. And in the second...
Has he? Got family?
No.
No wife, no kids, nothing?
No, his parents died fairly young. His brother... It was his twin brother, by the way. Well, he committed suicide 5 or 6 years ago.
God.
And although he was once about to be married, something dreadful happened just a week or so before the wedding. I hardly know what. He never lets one talk of it. He's left some legacies here and there, including to my unworthy self. Very, very generous. But the bulk of his estate, and Dan has built up a considerable high earner over the years. Well, as to that, 2/3 he proposes to throw away by donating the capital and its income to a cryogenic organization. Freep D's. Oh, yeah. Deep freeze.
What'd you do that for?
Oh, I have this little impediment that occasionally makes me reverse successive consonants.
Oh, dear. So he's going to leave a lot to some bleeding deep freeze outfit, is he?
The sort that freezes human bodies. It's something his brother Christopher was working on. That's the link, I suppose. The point is, the other third he proposes to put into trust for the benefit of you and your mother. We're talking a lot of money here.
Yeah, but how blooming old is he? I mean, how long has he got, sir?
That none of us knows, and there are certain conditions.
You mean there's a catch?
Now, look, Sandra.
No, you look.
I mean, it's not as though you got to keep on doing it with him now, is it?
I don't want to do it for at all, thank you very blinking much.
I mean, Christ, Lean. It's not as though you haven't had to do it often enough before.
What do you mean?
Oh, come on, Angel. You've had more bonks with more blokes than I've had bleeding Weetabix.
Look, I ain't hardly ever, never done it for money.
I didn't like the look of them.
Perhaps I better go and see.
Well, it might be important business of some kind, though. I'll come with you.
Nick! Oh, my God! Shit.
Tidy.
Nick, we've got to get you to hospital.
Tidy.
What are you trying to say, Nick?
Got to tidy me up. Seeing Ruth.
I'm afraid people, or rather men, become altogether a different kind of animal when on the Queen's highway.
Yeah. We didn't talk for very long. I mean, I don't know the bloke hardly at all. This is weird, isn't it?
Yes, it is. Rather.
Is this a visiting house? I mean, they'll let me into where he is.
Oh, he has his own room.
Blimey.
So he can receive visitors at any time.
He's not really gonna die, is he? Not really.
I jolly well hope not.
So do I. He seemed a real nice bloke. A bit, well, sort of. Nah, a nice bloke. But what's he got him? What's wrong with him?
That's what they're establishing. They're finding out. Oh dear, oh dear. Afraid it does seem rather serious.
Trying to be as gentle as I can, Nick.
I know.
You're still gonna look pretty dreadful, though.
If it could be toned down a bit.
You don't even know for sure you haven't broken anything.
No, I haven't. No.
Well, if you don't see a doctor and you won't inform the police, you're going to be very compromised when it comes to the film insurance people.
If you could find a small plaster and put it here.
Sure.
I'm very grateful to you, both.
Man, you'll be needing more than face powder and sticking plaster. She'll think you've been hit by a lorry.
That's a good idea.
What?
That's what I'll tell her.
Time is always the most... Any such prognosis, oddly enough, is always based on, well, on precedent, on what usually happens.
We always need to look into the past to read the future. That's why I've got this crick in my neck.
Well, you should certainly think in terms of getting your affairs in order.
Yes. Thank you.
And if there's anything of special urgency that you've been wanting to do.
Well, I was about to write a screenplay about virtual reality and cryogenics. A frozen head, you know. A medical student type, I suppose one might say.
And how long does it take you, this scribble, scribble, scribble?
About 12 weeks and a bit. I usually reckon on 88 days. Any chance of putting the final full stop in place? I mean, there's not all that much point in, say, getting 2/3 of the way through. I don't get paid per line or per page, more's the pity.
I couldn't guarantee that you would be able to finish.
I see. Well, perhaps something a bit shorter with a nice and easy plot. There's an old favorite, for example, about who it is you would kill and help out humanity if you had, say, only, say, 8 and a bit weeks, more or less, to go.
Yes, I've often wondered who I'd execute if in such a circumstance. Apart from the Secretary of State for Health, of course.
Of course.
Yes. I would say that such a plot was about right.
A couple of months, yeah.
I'm sorry. Why are you laughing?
I don't honestly know, tell the truth. I mean, it's not funny. But When these dreadful pains began, I mean, at the time they started to burn me up, I was kind of, well, going a bit dippy. I thought that a story I had written had somehow got out into the world like a contagious disease. My words, my script, wandering about out there in front of me. But no, they aren't, thank God. There's been another story going on all the time. This one. The one I don't know about. It's just that the ending is, well, sooner than I thought.
We're all in a kind of drama, perhaps, in which each one of us is center stage.
I always used to tell myself a story when I was in pain or in fear as a child. And make believe I was in the middle of this kind of book. The one bright book, which was a shape, a meaning, and a good ending. Yeah. Where I can tidy up all the loose bits and bobs, tie up all the loose ends, find the shape of it. Yes, that's what I'll do. I can also do a damn good imitation of Bing Crosby, by the way. I'm back in charge of my own story. I can take control of it now. I've got it back into my own hands, my own words. I know what to do now.
Good man.
Start with throwing things!
Cool, what money can do, eh?
Yes.
Root of all evil.
In you go, then.
No, you first.
Ladies before gentlemen.
Recognize that voice anywhere. Come in. Come.
Senora, please, I help you.
Go on the table. Nicholas Bone.
Ah, see, please. This way, senora. I'm afraid this way.
Good Lord, Nick. What on earth?
Delivery van outside the cutting rooms. Back so close up this little space as I very stupidly tried to cross the same space on foot. It was only a couple of inches, but bam.
Nick. Oh, you look dreadful. You sure there's nothing broken?
Nothing.
Darling, you should be lying down or... Oh, you really shouldn't have come.
I wanted you to come, Ruth. That's why I rang you so early from the flat.
Yes, and you didn't sound quite right then. Nick, what is it?
I so badly wanted you to come, and I especially wanted you to come here.
Why here? Never been here before, or...
No, but I have.
Nick?
I've been here, 15 or 16 times at least, with young Miss Langer.
Linda.
Linda Langer. my star. Or at least my leading lady.
Go on.
When you've ordered.
Nick.
Order first, please.
Oh, melon. No starter.
No starter.
No, Polo Milanese and a green salad.
Very good. Any vegetables?
No, that's it. Thank you.
Thank you, signora. Signora?
No starter.
No starter.
Affogato alla veneziana. Zucchini frittata. The van was delivering cans of my own film. I've been run over by my own story.
I don't believe you.
No?
No.
Some things doesn't matter. Lies, fibs, stories. Doesn't matter at all. But that's why I ask you to come here, to where I had my discreet and cozy tete-a-tetes with Linda, when editing, that is, around the corner. I am speaking in the past tense. And then, if there was time, which there sometimes was, we used to take a taxi to her flat in Albert Court and make love.
Lady Ruth,
Please, sit still. And say nothing until I say so. Please, Thomas, not a word.
Siamo tutto subito, signora. Giancarlo, vieni, prendi la giacca. We're having to fix it, not subito, subito, eh? Mr. Bamber, what shall we...
Throw the dice, Luigi. And I lost.
Giuseppe!
Lady Ruth.
Please. Come on, darling.
Home, James! Don't spare the horses.
And, Daniel, it behoves would be to say one tiny time. For God's sake, think this thing through for just one task time.
Ben, when you get upset, your speech goes out the window. I have thought it through from every angle. Just you make sure that the will's safe and that you do your level best to carry out my wishes.
The will is already in my solicitor's safe, Daniel. All done up with rube ribbon. Hey, blue ribbon.
I'll see you tomorrow, Ben.
Tomorrow, Daniel, and take care.
Thanks, Ben. I'll even go so far as to cake tear.
Funny sort of bloke. But you can see he likes you, can't you?
Can you?
Not half. That twinkle behind them thick glasses. But I can't seem to fiddle-faddle out what he was on about.
He was, trying to get me to change my mind.
Oh, I can see that. And it makes sense, too.
No?
Gosh, you don't know me from Adam.
Or Eve.
Oh, yeah. I ought to say you've been a woman, ain't I?
No doubt about it. I want to say something about you and to you.
What?
Don't get worried or upset. I'm not going to jump on you or anything like that. I don't want to offend you, but I must say something.
Blimey, you better say it then.
I'll tell you now what I didn't exactly or precisely lay on poor old Ben. I have about 8 weeks to live. So I have time enough and the world to tell you that you, Sandra Solis, you are utterly enchanting. You're fresh air to me. I feel lifted up in your presence. I once knew a young woman whom all the songs were about. A green-eyed dazzler I met in a Forest of Need dance hall. I've carried her inside me through thick and thin, though she was killed before you were born. Ever since I've been sort of pulled to this girl and to that girl, but the song was always in the wrong key.
Leave it out, will ya?
When I was staring and staring at you in that brasserie, oh, God, was it only Tuesday night? And this is Friday? Seems years ago.
Tuesday, that's right. I was with that bugger Peter. Last time and all.
I stared and stared. I know I was more than halfway nuts at the time, up with the drink and the pain and the way I'd been feeling. And even though I was putting my words on the page into your mouth, I could still feel something else going on inside me. Things were stirring again. Feelings that had been dormant for years.
Been what?
Asleep.
Oh.
And you woke me up. I was awake.
But I hardly spoke.
You woke a part of me that knew the words but didn't know the song. Of course, I know, as a sometimes rational man, of course, it's physical, it's sexual, erotic.
Hang about a minute.
And of course, I'd like to lie beside you, stroke you and hold you, kiss you, and rhapsodize you.
What, me?
Exactly.
Well, I could, I mean, do you want a hand job or something?
You dear girl. You funny.
But that's only because I want to help you out. I mean, what's happening to you and all? Christ, must be awful.
You don't really want to work in that place, that karaoke club or whatever it is, do you?
No. You're supposed to offer yourself, you know? Get 'em going. Champagne at 300 quid a bottle and anything else on top. But I usually get out of it.
Usually.
I get caught sometimes, but then they're usually too pissed. I hate it. I hate the whole fucking world sometimes.
Sandra, listen to me.
And where's my bleeding gun? I paid a lot for that. You nicked it. Where is it?
What would you like to do? What sort of work?
Manicure and hairdressing.
Then can't you?
I was on this, what you call it, like apprentice. Nice place and all. They paid nothing or nearly, but I loved it. But my mum, she has these turns, you know, and I had to go to this place. He did more than smash up her face, that cruel bugger. He banged up her mind as well. Anyway, it all fell through, and I don't know. I've got myself stuck, ain't I? Like it's all, I don't know, useless.
Two conditions. One, you don't go back to that karaoke place or anything else like it again. Not ever, never. Two, you take a proper course, apprenticeship, or whatever it's called in this hairdressing nail thing you like doing. No, three conditions. Forget the gun and everything that means.
Oh, yeah, and if pigs had wings.
In return, you will get £2,500 a month for the rest of your life.
What?
And your mother will get £1,000 a month for as long as she needs it. All this will be set in place just as soon as possible. Ben Baglin, dear Ben, the man who brought you here, will make all the arrangements, him and his solicitor, Adam Andrews. It'll all be safe. It will all be guaranteed. But here and now, Sandra, once and for all, promise, solemnly promise, to do and not do the things I said.
Promise. I promise, I really bloody do.
And now you must go.
Go?
Everything's all right. Everything will be as I said it will be. Come on, stand up.
I don't know what to say. Thank you.
That's okay. Just a twinge. And, look, somebody's coming along in about 5 minutes to shove something up my bum.
To what?
To help me, son. Everything's written down in here in a clear way, in a language you're sure to understand. Band's address, numbers, the amounts, how it's to be paid, or the whole lot. Take it.
Oh. Yes, thank you.
Ben will talk to you on Monday. Go to his office. He'll take us somewhere nice to lunch.
Really?
And answer all your questions or any you may think of in the future. And now, not too tightly. Please, give us a kiss.
Oh, you darling.
Goodbye, Sandra.
But ain't I gonna see you again or nothing?
We'll see. Goodbye, Sandra.
Bye, Daniel. I'm still gonna get that bugger though, you see if I don't.
Yeah, I was fine. We shan't be bothering you for the next 8 hours now. A holiday.
Ah.
Your tablets are in this little box. You can take them now in a few minutes, yeah?
Yes, thank you. I will.
See ya.
I'm still gonna get that bugger though, you see if I don't.
Happy ending. Happy ending. Was right. Happy. Will there be any stars? Any stars in my crown? When at evening the sun goes down? When I wake with the blessed in the mansion of rest? Will there be any stars in my...
そやさかい人生はさくらんぼ大きなカシの木も倒れましゃろう何も持ってへんかったら鼻から何も失うもんはあらしまへん人生はさくらんぼやさかい気楽に生きなあかん
Lovely. Okay, gentlemen, let's have our next songster. Come along, don't go all coy on me. Serenade your lover or show us your Tom Jones. I play the song, you sing the words, it's easy.
And it's fun.
Thank you.
Come on, one of you gents. Let's have a bit of English up there, eh?
I'm game.
You are? Here. Pick a good one.
I've always wanted to do this.
Number 27.
A long time ago, a million years BC, the best things in life were absolutely free. But no one appreciated the sky that was always blue, and no one congratulated a moon that was always new. Oh, it was planned that they would vanish now and then, and you must pay before you get them back again. That's what storms were made for, and you shouldn't be afraid, for every time it rains, pennies from heaven. Don't you know each cloud contains pennies from heaven? You'll find your fortune fallen all over town. Be sure that your umbrella is upside down. Trade them for a package of sunshine and flowers. If you want the things you love, you must have showers. So when you hear it thunder, don't run under a tree. There'll be pennies from heaven for you and
My goodness, that's what I call cash.
That's nothing. Pocket money. Know why they call me Pig? Pig, alien.
It doesn't sound very nice.
It's 'cause I like me dosh by the truffload, fella.
Well, that's... sorry. Frog in my throat.
Not a frog. You got gold in them tonsils, I'll tell you. Now listen, what you need is a good manager. Somebody who can... Hey, what is this?
You need a few stars in your crown, Arthur.
Sunshine and flowers.
Who is it?
It's Daniel.
Dan,
Yes.
it's lacking fate, old boy.
Note the time.
Do what?
I said note the time. You called me, right?
Daniel, what's going on?
No, just do as I say. And then in 35 minutes, telephone my room at the hospital. No, 40 minutes. I'll be there. It's called an alibi, old chum. It's called a capital A, alibi, comma, old chum, full stop. Capital initials, the end, full stop, and underline.